To call this a grand slam in Toronto
Yeah.
would be an understatement.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, my expectations were a little bit high.
I didn't see this coming.
And a lot of people said to us, Joe, when we decided to do this, I'm not sure it's a great idea, right? And I'm like, I feel something in Toronto from my visits and from the companies who are up here. There was an energy about Toronto and Canada that made me feel good about the event, but not that good. I mean, we just absolutely killed it, right? And we're 4,350 and probably still growing number of attendees. That's 20% better than the highest historic level of this conference.
Wow.
25% better than last year.
Wow.
So year over year growth, 25%, it's unbelievable. We have over 1,700 attendees from Canada. And here's a number that'll surprise you. Over 700 companies are here from Canada as well. So the turnout in the Canadian market has been, off the charts, to be quite honest with you.
Listen,
so it's fascinating.
They probably don't get the love in North America that they deserve.
Yeah.
So the fact that you decided and the squad decided, let's do it here,
Right.
I can guarantee you they turned out and said thank you,
Yeah.
and we're here to play.
That's right. And now we need to hold that, right? I mean, it's not just a US market, it's a global market, but it's a North American market too, right? Our countries are very connected in so many ways. So at some point we've got to come back here, and we need to maintain that connection between the Canadian attendees and bring them to the US in large numbers as well. Because the entire ecosystem, as you and I have talked about a number of times, is here. It's not just attendees from MedTech companies now either, right? Or one subset of MedTech companies. We had over 700 students, primarily engineers, who were here as well, learning, talking, exploring what the opportunities are in MedTech, and that's really exciting too.
You and I have been talking about this is becoming, I said it first, so I'll take the heat, the JP Morgan of MedTech.
Yeah, yep.
The financial representation this year
Yeah.
as well, you shared the numbers with me.
Yeah, largest ever. So everything's largest ever this year. Name the category, it's the biggest ever. Over 300 investors attended this week. And the number of partnering meetings, business development meetings, was over 2,500 last time I checked. So not only you have the opportunity to talk about what you're doing, not only do you learn about regulatory and payment and other policy issues, legal and other challenges our industry has, but now you have the opportunity here to do business, right? Deals are going to get done here. And what happens when deals get done? Patients get served, right? And so that's the next element of this that we're going to continue to focus on and grow, the business side of partnership. So really exciting.
I go to 12 to 14 events per year. I will tell you, over the last 2.5 years, even this year included, there's not been a show that's had the swagger back and the confidence back that MedTech has had. And I think it's because this conference doesn't focus on a single therapy domain.
Right.
It focuses on the health and trajectory of MedTech, and that swagger is back in every single aisleway this year.
Yeah, you can see it when you walk around. I mean, this industry has never been appreciated in the healthcare ecosystem the way I believe it should. I say this all the time now, we're the backbone of the healthcare system. Without us, healthcare cannot operate, right? We fill every hospital room, we fill every doctor's office, we're in outpatient clinics, we're in home health now. It's amazing, and to have everyone here to celebrate that is important. And then we begin to talk to ourselves, and everybody begins to see what it is, Joe, right? And then the swagger comes back. And the more we talk, the more we're together, the more the swag comes back, right? And it's exciting, and it's not an arrogance either, right? It's just a confidence that we're here doing the right thing in a great industry that's changing lives and changing the world, to be honest with you. And the future's unbelievable, right? With AI and integrated technologies and connected care, and the list goes on and on. It's the best time to be in MedTech. I don't think there's any question about it. And I think that's what you see and feel, right? The excitement about this industry.
Absolutely, and you just used the word that we've all been using for a long time, MedTech.
Yep.
Here's what's adding to the swagger. Tech is coming into med now.
Absolutely.
Right, I mean, I've got work I'm doing with NVIDIA. I've got work I'm doing with AWS. Like, they are starting to come in right now because they know the impact.
Yep.
Obviously, they're after it for the financial side. We're after it for the patient, but they are as well.
Right.
But they are seeing at large, and the technologies are moving that way.
That's right.
We've got to bring that external tech into MedTech.
Yep.
And again, that's where I really see this swagger coming.
Yeah.
And this new blood coming in on the talent side to the industry as
Yeah,
well.
no, you're right, and that's why we created the Digital Health Board. That's why we made the acquisition to bring the imaging companies into AdvaMed as well, to represent the entire ecosystem, but more importantly, the connected care side of it, to your point, right? To represent that fully. Because if IT companies are out doing their own thing, without the familiarity of how to deal with a regulated entity at FDA, or how to get reimbursement for a product, or without the expertise of our companies in the traditional device space, innovation's not going to move quickly enough. They've recognized it, our companies have recognized it, and now when we're all together, I think it's just really going to take off. So, you know, Joe, all the big IT companies are here now. Members of AdvaMed, we're now over 550 companies and growing. And a lot of those are new IT companies, Google's, Amazon's, Microsoft, Apple, the list goes on, of companies who understand MedTech is health tech is MedTech, and it's all about healthcare. And that's where the future is.
And here's what's beautiful about AdvaMed, because there's still a reasonable size of the population in MedTech that come to me and say, you know, I see you're so connected, AdvaMed.
Yeah.
What exactly is it that they do?
Yeah.
And so I obviously go down, you know, the obvious, you know, list of opportunities, but the connectivity, literally and figuratively, between how else could you walk up to Amazon or up to NVIDIA as a startup,
right,
and have a common partner in AdvaMed as a connector?
Yeah, that's right. That's what we do, right? We don't build the products, but we do make the products better by helping people connect, get through the regulatory morass that exists, figure out a way to get products paid for, and then get onto the market successfully, right? That's what we do at our core. And when people recognize the value of that, they come and they come back, and it's not about us. I've said this before. AdvaMed is here to facilitate the growth of the industry, not to grow AdvaMed, right? That's not our primary purpose. When I see growth year over year like we've had, to me it's good for us because we want to be a healthy organization, but that's not the point. It's good for the industry because when we're doing well, it's representative of what's going on in the industry and the growth in the industry. And the connected nature of care is now becoming the connected nature of conversations inside AdvaMed as well. It matches, right? The technology matches the work that's getting done, and it's transformative, it really is.
So, no pressure.
Yeah.
What is it, about 300 days away, 360 days away?
Yeah.
San Diego's calling you.
Big one, yeah, it's a big one.
Right?
Great city.
What are you going to do next Sunday?
Yeah, man, I'm excited about San Diego in one sense, right? It's a great place to do business. That's a great town. It's a good destination city as well. California's got a strong ecosystem as well, but they got to turn it out, right? If Canada can bring 1,700 people and 700 companies, I would think California can do the same thing, if not better. And if they do that, and we bring these Canadian attendees down and continue to expand our international footprint, we had a lot of international attendees, over 48 countries represented as well, right? And continue to grow that, I think San Diego can be even better. So, but they've set the bar high here in Canada. I love it, right? The pressure's on. Let's go, let's do it.
You got the team to pull it off for sure.
Yeah.
Well, as always, my friend, I appreciate our time together.
Yeah, it was great, and thanks for being here, Joe. I mean, having you here on the floor and being part of the ecosystem, the AdvaMed community and the broader ecosystem is important for us. You tell the story through all of your different platforms of MedTech and the impact it has on people's lives, impact it has on the economy too, which oftentimes is overlooked. And you do a great service, so we appreciate it.
Got a great team as well.
All right,
Thanks,
good.
my friend. I'm Joe Mullings from the floor of the MedTech Conference, Toronto 2024. Be well.